Reputation was once described as what people say about you when you're not in the room. Gathering information on what your organisation's key stakeholders think about you is vital. They are key opinion formers, and their views count. They're powerful influencers of potential customers, and in fact they may already be your customers. So even a small-scale telephone survey can provide crucial information for you, and here's how it works. So the first thing you need to do is to compile a list of your key stakeholders. These may be contacts in the business community, your suppliers, partners, partners in the voluntary and community sectors, or indeed anyone that has an interest in your organisation. Checking through the diaries of your organisation's senior managers for the past 12 months should help you to identify the people to include in your research. Ideally, the starting list should be 1.5 to 2 times as long as the number of interviews to be conducted. So, to achieve 20 completed interviews, the starting list should have around 30 to 40 potential interviewees. The next thing to agree is the issues that you'd like to explore in the interviews. A semi-structured interview works best, so there's less need to spend time on the precise wording of individual questions than in a self-completion questionnaire. The next step is to invite the target list of stakeholders to take part. This normally works best if you send a letter or email from your chief executive or principal. It just helps position the research as important. And you should also consider if you wish to share the findings of the research with the stakeholders, and if so, then you should inform them about that at the outset, of course. Some stakeholders may respond to the invitation, but others will need follow-up to secure interview slots with them. Once the interview slots have been arranged, the next step is to confirm the list of issues that will be explored in the interview. You should also brief the interviewer on their role, including the recording of information and how that will be handled. Telephone interviews work well for this type of research. Now these range in duration depending on how much the stakeholder wishes to say, so you should allow sufficient time. The semi-structured interview format allows you to get further into the detail of any issues raised. It's quite different to a tick box questionnaire, and it uses open questions. Respondents obviously should be made aware that notes of the discussion will be taken. After the interview, the notes of the discussion should be written up and then sent back to the interviewee for verification. This also gives interviewees the opportunity to add any details they didn't mention during the telephone interview, but which they think should be included. Once the interview notes have been verified, the process of analysing the responses begins, and key themes will start to emerge. A summary report based on the interview should be compiled. It's okay to include quotations from stakeholders where appropriate, although individuals or organisations that have made the comments should not be identified. The findings should then be shared as appropriate and, most importantly, any agreed actions taken forward to ensure that your investment in research has been worthwhile. In summary, the process is very simple and the results should give you some clear, actionable pointers about how your organisation is perceived by key stakeholders and partners. RCU offers a simple process for gathering stakeholders' views and provides independent and objective reporting. So if you'd like to discuss a survey of your key stakeholders or any other research needs you may have, then please get in touch.